So it was pretty much 1 year ago when Mark Zuckerberg changed the Facebook name to Meta. And in that exact moment, all the metaverse space went absolutely nuts, and everyone was crazy about getting a piece of the pie, and especially getting NFTs and buying metaverse lands. All right, so we are going to look at 8 different metaverses where you can buy land, and depending on the metaverse, you can do different things with these lands. So if you buy a plot of land, you are buying a limited edition of land that exists in those metaverses. So these metaverses like Decentraland, Sandbox, and so on, they have a limited number of plots of land, and they are totally traceable on the blockchain, and the game developer will never mint more than that land because it's limited. The supply is limited by a smart contract. Simply, you cannot mint more land out of thin air. You cannot create more land, and that's why this land is valuable. It's just like the real world, land is limited, and in these metaverses, the land is also limited. It doesn't mean exactly that the price will always go up, because some metaverses may get popular and lose their popularity, just like normal games, right? That may become more popular in one phase and lose their popularity. For example, how many years ago? Maybe 15 years ago or so, I was playing this game called America's Army, and it was as popular as Counter Strike. So the like first-person shooter games, the two biggest games back then was Counter Strike and America's Army. And I always thought that America's Army would be the most popular in the future because the graphics were better than Counter Strike. But no, in the meantime, throughout the years, America's Army totally lost their users. And if you try to play it today, like have 0 people playing America's Army, well, Counter Strike continues to have, I don't know, millions of players. And these metaverse games will probably have a similar future. We don't know which one is going to be the most successful in the future, but today I'm going to show you 8 different options. Okay, you buy a plot of land in one of these metaverses, and what can you do with it? Well, depending on the metaverse, you may be able to build. You can build your house, a building. You can build a shop. If you have a brand, you'll see, for example, Samsung have built a shop on the Decentraland, Forever 21, many brands build their shops or showrooms in the metaverse so that players can go and check the shop, check the products. So it works from the marketing perspective and also for sales, because in some of these shops you can actually buy the products. What else can you do with these plots of lands that you buy? You can do advertisements. If you have a brand, again, you can build your headquarters just for advertisement purposes. You can put a billboard. You can organize an event. You can organize a party. There are big events and big parties happening in the metaverse, especially Decentraland, probably also Sandbox. Decentraland, you had, for example, the Metaverse Fashion Week with 100,000 attendees. You had car brands like Hyundai launching their car, Mastercards organizing a party. So you have actually big brands doing these kind of events, and you can do this in your plot of land, or you can rent out from someone else a plot of land. You can also build an art gallery. Let's say you are a digital artist and you want to make an exhibition of your work. You can have a plot of land, build an art gallery, and put your artworks inside, your NFTs, and hopefully people will see your work and it will help you with your personal brands. All right, let's look at these 8 different metaverses. What can you do with them, and what kind of land and prices are they selling for? Let's get into it. All right, first, of course, I will start with Decentraland, the OG of the metaverse. Decentraland is a decentralized game. There is no game developer, no company. Basically, it's a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, and basically the token holders manage the game. You can play. It's pretty cool. The graphics are not like absolutely amazing, but you have a lot going on. You have many different parties. Actually, if I click here, events, probably you can see some of the events and parties going on. You have here Ukraine gallery. You have a Samsung thing. Um, Maybe you'll be able to find some well-known brands if you visit here. The events on the Decentraland. And these plots of lands, you can come to the marketplace, check the lands, and these ones that you see in blue are the ones that are for sale. The price that you see here, for example, 2.5 million is 2.5 million mana. Mana is the Decentraland token, is at 71 cents now. So 2.5 million is almost 2 million US dollars for this plot of land. Why is so expensive? Because it's a bit big, right? If you want to buy just one small square, 30,000 mana, which is probably like $20,000. This one is 15,000 mana, 70,000 mana, 9,000 mana. But remember, one small plot of land is really small. You cannot do that much with it. And if you look at these big plots of lands, 1.5 million, 400,000, um, 300,000, there are different things that may impact the price of these plots of land. Okay, if you are closer to one of these plazas, it will get more expensive, because when you're playing Decentraland, you will always start from one of these plazas. You can also jump automatically, teletransport automatically between plots of land, but you usually start from one plaza. So if you have a plot of land closer to one plaza, that's good. It gets more expensive. The other thing is, if you have a plot of land in a place that is popular. For example, this area here is the fashion district, and you have the fashion week. You have tons of fashion brands building their headquarters here. So maybe this will also be a good place in terms of like valuation for your plot of land. But now remember, like imagine Snoop Dogg, he buys a land somewhere here, and you buy land next to Snoop Dogg because you think that he's going to attract a lot of people. But you can sell that land a month after, so it's not guaranteed that because you have a certain neighbor that is a very popular person or celebrity or brand, it doesn't mean that that plot of land will always have a lot of demand, because your neighbor can just sell the plot of land and move away to somewhere else. Okay, so this is Decentraland. Then you have Somnium Space. Somnium Space is also a very popular metaverse. Hi. You can also buy land, you can play it. Probably I'll do also a video playing a bit of Somnium Space. You can buy NFTs, and these NFTs can represent different things within the game. And if you check here, Somnium Space VR, and scroll down, you have different kinds of NFTs that you can buy, like stuff inside the game. But a plot of land, as you can see here, is being sold like for 1.15, 1.2 ETH, 1.4, and this is around close to $2,000. And again, Somnium Space, you can also do whatever you want with your land. Another very popular one is CryptoVoxels. I also want to do a video playing this one because it's quite cool, actually. And you can buy, again, a plot of land, just like you could buy um, on Decentraland and Somnium Space and Sandbox. Now, let me click buy here. And if you want to buy a plot of land, you can buy, it's a bit cheaper, 0.4, 0.7 ETH, but still quite a bit of money. I definitely need to make a video playing this game so that you have an idea of how this looks like. So keep tuned, like and subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. Then you have Sandbox. Sandbox, of course, is one of the biggest metaverses, have a lot of users, developed by Animoca Brands in Hong Kong. And you can see here also the plots of land for sale. These are the small plots of land. Again, if you have a good neighbor like Snoop Dogg, it may get more expensive, but it seems that the cheaper ones are being sold for 1.3 ETH. Again, around 2,000 US dollars. Then you have Big Time. Big Time is also a game that is being developed by an amazing team of developers that left like big game studios to develop Big Time. Personally, I bought a plot of land in Big Time many months ago, and now the price is like 1/3 of what I pay for it. But I'm not upset with it because I believe this is a long-term thing and the game is not even launched. But Big Time is also a game, and you can come here and buy one of these plots of land that you see here in their market. Another very, very well-known metaverse is Outherside. Outherside is developed by Yuga Labs, the same team behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. They also purchase CryptoPunks, they have Meebits, they have 5 out of the 10 top NFT collections in the NFT world. And Outherside, I think it's going to be huge. The company behind the other side, Yuga Labs, has a shit ton of money to develop a successful metaverse, and I'm pretty confident that this will be a very interesting play. They also have the ape coin. It looks promising, and the other deeds at the moment, the deeds for the land, are being sold floor price 1.74 ETH. So $2,500, something like that. This is also down quite a lot when compared to the prices that we used to have when it was launched. When they launched these other, this was absolutely nuts. What else? Then we have Upland. Upland, basically, you can buy land in the virtual worlds, but the names of the roads and the world is basically the same cities that we have in the real world. So you could eventually go and check the road where you live or you have your workplace and buy the building of your workplace. How cool is that? And so this is another very interesting one, has been gaining a lot of popularity. Then you have Pixelynx. Pixelynx is absolutely dope. I'm not going to talk about Pixelynx in this video because I need to dedicate a full video to Pixelynx. But this is basically going to be the metaverse for music and concerts. I don't want to talk about it because otherwise this video will be like 1 hour long. So I'm going to skip it to Star Atlas. Star Atlas also looks very promising. This is a game that is kind of going to compete with Eve Online. Eve Online is a like multiplayer game, like spaceship and worlds and universe game, like kind of what you see here. But it's a normal Web 2 game, and gamers spend like millions of dollars buying like spaceships and things like that. But they don't really own these spaceships. Now the thing with Star Atlas is that you own your stuff, and that's what makes it so cool. So let me click here, Marketplace. And if we scroll down again, you can buy like a spaceship that you really own, or you cannot buy land because this is in the space, but you can buy these space stations, and which is kind of, I would say, probably the equivalent to land. And this is what you can buy on Star Atlas. Also looks like a very promising game. Then finally, I just want to show you quickly, you can, instead of buying a plot of land, you can also rent if you want. You have Metaverse property agents like these two that I'm sharing with you here, Metaverse Group or Landworks, and you can go and rent a plot of day for a plot of day, rent a plot of land for a day, for a week, for a month. Imagine you want to throw a party, you want to organize an event or do an art exhibition. You can rent a plot of land for a month instead of buying a plot of land. So you see here like different prices. This Decentraland land, for example, it costs equivalent to 1.46 US dollars per day. Not too bad, not too bad. All right. I hope this gave you a good understanding of what you can do with your metaverse lands. So you can buy just for speculation from an investment perspective, but always remember that this is very early stage technology, and consequently, it's very volatile, and the prices go up and down a lot. Then you can, in some of these metaverses, you can build your house. I can build an art gallery, a shop where people go and buy different things depending on whatever is your business. You can work for branding purposes, customer engagement, advertisements. You can organize events, organize parties, organize concerts, or just build your house and chill with your friends. So this is pretty much what you can do with a metaverse plot of land. All right. Oh my God, this video gave me so many ideas of other videos that I want to record. I want to do like demos for each one of these lands where you go and do a deep dive on each one of these metaverses. So if you want to learn more about this, give it a like and subscribe to my channel so that the YouTube algorithm will suggest the videos to you in the future. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.